Hi everyone, it's Deb. Welcome to the final week of Girls Just Want to Have Sun collaboration. I've been posting on Sundays the past several weeks, but I finished my project, so I would just want to get it up because I have other things I have to get done this weekend, since we actually seem like we're going to have a day maybe without rain, and I need to mow and do fun stuff like that, yard work, pull weeds. My weeds are taller than my plants, guys. It's ridiculous. Anyway, we have had so much rain, it's bizarre. So this is the Girls Just Want to Have Sun collab with Jan's Crazy Life, Tina's Crafty Life, and Jamie's Crafty World. I believe I got that right because these two changed their names. Okay. So this is the book I showed you last week, and I only got part of it done. So this is the cover. I didn't change anything on it. I might put a little piece of bling up there. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm pretty much done. So I'll just do a quick recap first of all, in case you didn't see it last week. This is the inside cover. The papers primarily on the front. The background paper. Well, I went through all that last week, but the background paper is Stampin' Up. These stamps and this here are Stampin' Up, and the rest of it on here is not, but I went through where I got it from last week. Most of it is going to be either Stampin' Up or Bow Bunny collection. The Bow Bunny collection was this, what is it called? Escape to Paradise collection, and I had the ephemera, which I think I've used almost every piece of now, except for maybe a couple pennants and things. That starts here. The paper here is the background sand paper is Stampin' Up, and that Stampin' Up paper that I used is called Tranquil Textures. Tranquil Textures. Okay. So I showed you this and this. And I don't know. Yeah, okay, you can see both. Okay. This Let's Go for a Dip with the Ocean, and this pelican being from Cottage Cuts. This, I also used Project Life cards. Becky Higgins, I had gotten at AC Moore. I don't know that they have a name to them. Just says Becky Higgins from American Crafts. Anyway, they look like that, and they're really pretty. I really like this collection, and I have had a couple packs of Project Life before, and honestly I think I gave them away or something because I didn't like them that much, and I'm not a scrapbooker, so I didn't know what to do with them. This one is a flip, You Brighten My Day. This is all about the ice cream. These were done last week. The seashells, Hello Summer with a tuck spot, Just Adorable with a pocket. These are two tags, where that's all about the flamingos and the palm trees. This was all about summer barbecue. This had luggage on it, but this was more about the butterflies and the dragonflies and things. And then these were the last two pages I showed you last week that I had finished. Flamingo Hotel and the fish, because it's on fish paper. So here we go, starting with what I did this week. I had another sheet of pineapple paper in here, and I'm like, I don't want to repeat, because I think the pineapples, let's see what I did. This is why I had a little bit of trouble. See, this was all pineapple. So this one I made more about You Are My Sunshine and being happy. This one I made about being sweet. So it's got, and these two were the Project Life. It had berries and berry sweet, it says. This strawberry came out of my July paper pumpkin kit. The gold pineapples and the watermelon are table scatter, and I don't remember where I got them, honestly. And this is actually a button out of this pack here. Dress It Up buttons I had gotten for 97 cents on clearance somewhere. I'm not sure where. And actually the back was already broken off of that, so it worked out beautifully. I don't know. And then I had this little banner from a different summer collection that I've used in the past. I believe it's a Lori Whitlock one, called A Perfect Summer. And I used that. Let me see something real quick. Yes, it was The Perfect Summer by Lori Whitlock, and that was by Echo Park. Anyway, that was the label off the paper, and I just took it and it looked perfect on there, I thought. So that was The Perfect Summer with everything being sweet. Pineapples, coconuts, watermelons, strawberries, which actually are more spring, but anyway. And then down here, this was more about the kids having fun, like flying a kite, being in their flip-flops and bathing. See, look at this cute little girl here. This is from the Julie Nutting July, August ephemera pack. Everything here except these two cards. This one I made into a tuck spot. It says just adorable, and I can write notes here. And then this has little pink butterflies and more space to write, and I forget what it says on the reverse. So that was from there. This one I think I had shown you. I actually had done last week, but it was in this section. I didn't change anything on there. I thought about putting something here, but I thought Amy or whoever can just put a picture there and be done with it. This one I did do this week for sure, and I used the Stampin' Up Sea of Textures and Under the Sea framelits, just as I had used some of these on the cover last week. So I've used this tall grassy stuff, and I did that in Tranquil Tide, here, and over here, and up here, kind of all over the, well actually what I did first is this net, and I sort of put it all over the fish paper, like the fish were behind the net, maybe caught in the net, and the octopus and these fish are on this side of the net in front of this tall grass and some coral, which I'm not going to remember the colors that I used. I believe I stamped it in either, some of them in Pumpkin Pie and some in Grapefruit Grove, and then I did use my markers to color them, my many marvelous markers from Stampin' Up, but I don't remember which colors I used. I think I might have used Flirty Flamingo, or no, I used Calypso Coral. That's what I used. Calypso Coral. Because, again, I didn't like the white space showing around them, so I colored them in. And then these few little tentacles or whatever on the octopus, I just didn't glue all the way down. I made that a little tuck spot and a little bit of the fish, school of fish here. I was going to lighten that up, and I maybe should have, but it's okay. And on the octopus, I stamped him out in Memento Tuxedo Black, but I used Pool Party to color in his underside, just to kind of make it match and not be so bright white. I think that's mostly what I did there. So yeah, these are in the current catalog, Sea of Textures, Under the Sea, framelits, and okay, so that's pretty much it. So I did the netting, the seagrass, the coral, the school of fish, and the octopus. Oh, and the octopus, it's really kind of cool. He's a framelit, so I don't know if this really was supposed to work, but now Sizzix and Stampin' Up has these texture mats, so you can get more texture with your I think it's the thinlits. I'm not sure, but I used it on the these are framelits. I used it on the octopus anyway to get a little more texture on certain parts of him. So yeah, but I think it's supposed to work with the thinlits to get more texture. I could be wrong on that. I have to watch more videos and learn how to use it better. But I did it with him, and it did add a little more texture in certain areas where these little tentacles are. You can feel the bumps. So that's pretty cool. Okay, the next one is all, except this corner, is all the Julie Nutting again, and it says the sea speaks to my soul, beach fun, fun in the sun. This is a message in the bottle by Cottage Cuts, and the bottle comes out of the little sand area, and I wrote a little message on the back so they can pull the bottle out and see the message. Tiny little message. Okay, this one I actually did after I did a few other ones because I didn't know what to do with it. It's the one that says, you know, beach. It's like this one. And it made sense here with the suitcases, have a wonderful adventure kind of thing. Here I was like, okay, beach this way, paradise that way. They're already in the middle of their vacation, supposedly by now. I had this long lady with feet on, you know, from the Bow Bunny collection. Well, I de-legged her, guys, sorry. Below the knees, so I could fit her on the page. And then I just again used Project Life cards, made a tuck spot. This one's tucking in, and there was this tab that said remember, and that's, so I thought they could just write memories here. I don't know. This one, again, used Cottage cuts. I cut out 2 of these just plain rope, and then 2 of the anchors. The way they have everything on one plate, so to get 2 ropes you have to cut everything twice. That's fine. That way I had 2 anchors, so I just made a merge in the middle and then put the anchors coming down from the corners. This one is a sliding tuck spot. The Project Life goes in this way, and this says a happy little spot on cloud 9. And then they can put a photograph or write on it or whatever in there. This one again, this roadside and diner was all hooked together, and it kind of went up at an angle here, and it would have taken up like 2 pages almost. So I cut that off, and then I cut the connecting part off, and I made the diner part a tuck spot, put 2 Project Life in there. This little tab says vacation. And this little picture is from Recollections. I had bought this on sale last year, I think. It's right here. It's a sailboat picture. And I just cut it out of a scrap of paper like this color. It's not Stampin' Up. It was in my scrap bin. And then I used, I think again, Pool Party, excuse me, and Calypso Coral. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, so I just went over it with markers, you know, my Stampin' Right markers with the brush side. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I think I got it finally. Okay. So that's all I did on that one. And that's like a picture on the wall of the roadside diner. And then the next one is actually a piece of the paper out of that A Perfect Summer, I believe. Yes. By Lori Whitlock collection. And I didn't know what to do with it out of that. I actually had a different piece of paper in there, which was from the Bow Bunny collection, but it was yellow, but it was fish again. And I'm like, I don't want to do fish again. I know they're going to be at the ocean, but I don't want to do fish again. So, Charlene from Cheryl's Crafty World, I had bought a pen from her, and she sent it in this bag that looked like this, and I thought they looked sort of like beach balls. So I just cut them out, cut some of them out, and had bouncing beach balls everywhere, because you've got your bathing suit and your sand bucket hanging here and the sunshine and everything, and I just thought, well, why not? And actually you probably could tuck pictures in there or just put a picture over top of it. So we got bouncing beach balls. Originally I thought I'd use the yellow one for a sun, and then I realized there's already a sun on here, and I may just put some yellow or gold, I might just put diamond dust or something, stickles on that sun to make it, let people know it is a sun. Okay, so we're getting towards the end of the book, towards the end of vacation. This one I used a larger Project Life, which is 6 inches. It just fit on the paper. This was a striped paper from Bow Bunny, and this is a piece that was in the Bow Bunny ephemera too. But see how big it is? That's how long the lady was and whatnot. So I just folded it and let the Notes from Paradise part stick out of the pocket, so they can pull it out and write some notes from their vacation. I don't really know that they're going to paradise. It's not like they're going to an island or anything, but it's vacation, you know, and the kids are growing so fast, so, and they can put a caption here, they could actually put a picture here, they could actually put a picture or two on the back of the Notes from Paradise as well, and even just slip some extra ones in the pocket. Then here, this, look at all the things we did. It actually said this, and I think summer was on there at some point, but the summer was already cut off, and I cut off this. So just look at all the things we did, and I think that came also from that Perfect Summer collection. And then I just put in a blue and a pink list, so they can list all the things they did, and then there's more room on the blue one to write. And then these two flowers were from the ephemera from Bo Bunny. And then the back cover, let me move it up a little bit. I spent a little time on. The lighthouse is a Cottage Cuts. And you see they show it with red and blue. And at first I was going to do that. I'm like, no, the theme of this paper doesn't go. So I used... what did I use? I used Night of Navy and Bermuda Bay. Bermuda would be a nice place to go. And also a little bit of Daffodil Delight. The yellow, because, and one thing I'll tell you, if you guys use these little dies that have all these little pieces that come out, save every little bit until you know what they are. Because some of them I'm like, what the heck is that? Like the little yellow, the little square here. Like, where does that go? Well, it goes in here because they show the light shining through. I'm like, ah. So before you start coloring everything too, assemble on your extra paper or whatever, just lay it out so you know where everything is supposed to go, and then you can modify it however you want. But yeah, like also I initially wasn't going to save the insert that was with these little round windows, but if you don't, then it shows blue through instead of like dark like inside. So yeah, I actually cut that out twice. I saved some of the extra pieces behind here, but I needed more clouds and birds, seagulls. So you get 3 clouds in it, and I wanted more. I again used the Under the Sea stamp, but this time I used this. I wasn't sure. It looks like sort of netting also, but I wanted the sand. I mean it to look more sandy here, and then I also used the tall, I don't know what this is called, but sometimes you see it growing in like the sand near the dunes and stuff on the beach. At least you do in this neck of the states. So I just wanted it to look a little dirtier in certain spots, so I used a combination of crumb cake, which is the same as the background paper, and then I pulled out my Stampin' Spot from my July paper pumpkin, which is in soft suede. That was a little darker than I thought, even though I stamped it out here, but it's okay. It worked out all right. Seashell Heart, the ocean, was gifted to me, and I think that was from Victoria Creations, if I'm not mistaken, as was this. I made this a tuck spot, so they can take this out right on the back or put pictures in here. And there you can see the plants. This, I cut a piece of the Tranquil Textures paper, the same as I used on the front, and I cut it. It has like waves, so I cut it sort of like a wave, but I wanted the lighthouse to be near the water but on the sand, you know what I mean? I should have put some of that dark texture down here, but I didn't. I thought about it afterwards. So yeah, I just put more seagrass stuff there, and it's okay. And then this surf I just put down because it matched, and I didn't know what else I was going to do with it. But I really like the lighthouse. I need to glue that little top down. Oh, these clouds and the seagulls, I colored them with watercolor pencils, as I did also for the Message in a Bottle. And I mostly used Balmy Blue which is in the new pack that's available next week, August 1st, from Stampin' Up. It's item 149014, so be on the lookout for that. That's available starting August 1st. And I also use basic gray for the seagulls out of the original watercolor pack that is in the catalog. And I use the water pen, okay? And I'm still learning how to best use these watercolor pencils. So that's the inside back. So even if they have the last page open, oops, that will stand up and show like that. You know, I wanted to have words on there that said something like "Welcome Home," or "Farewell, See," or whatever. But I don't know. I didn't. So when I close it all back up, then the back cover, I just used the Tranquil textures again to match what's on the front. Didn't put any decoration on. Used another piece, the sandy piece of this Tranquil textures. I used the Everyday Label punch that looks like this. And I used Tranquil Tide ink and Tranquil Tide Stampin' Write, the writing part. The ink is one of the ones I got in my starter kit. And I used the stamp set called Make a Difference, which is a photopolymer, which remember I said is one of the ones they have two of that has this copyright Stampin' Up. I'm not selling this, so I did not put that on, but I did use the Handcrafted Just For You, and then I just wrote by Deb Houck. I was going to write by Mom, but if it ends up being with Courtney or Haley at some point, then it would be Grandmom, so I thought better just to have my name. And I write terribly and uphill and all that, but yeah, well. So that's the back. I kept it simple because you want it to be able to lay flat. And look how thick it is, guys, and they don't even have any pictures in here yet, so it definitely will have to probably be stood up, like, you know, like that. And girls just want to have sun. Tell you what, I think everybody in this area just wants to have a little sun. I thought we were getting it today, but it has clouded over again, so I hope the forecast was right, and that we're going to have just a partly cloudy, partly sunny day, because I really need to get some yard work done. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Jan, Tina, and Jamie, thank you for having this fun Girls Just Want to Have Sun collab. And I had something else, like I said, I was going to do also in addition to this, but I'm out of time. Too much in 1 week. So yeah, go check everyone else out below. I don't know if anyone's having giveaways. I decided not to since I made this for my daughter, so sorry guys. But hey, I'm at like 1,400 almost, I think, subscribers, so 1,500 is not that far away. You never know what I might do, right? So stay tuned, and go check everyone else out on this fun hop. They will be posting today, which is Saturday the 28th, and tomorrow, Sunday the 29th. And can you believe July is almost over? Where does the time go? I'll tell you what. All right, guys, have a wonderful weekend and a even better week. See you later. Bye for now. Hugs, love, and peace.